about 9:30. I just got down to the Wedge overlook on the San Rafael swell. Got the little buddy heater going. It's supposed to be 11 today or tonight, so it's gonna get cold, but this should keep me nice and warm. I'm gonna get up and do a little hike in the morning. I've camped here in the winter before in my Jeep when I used to have my Jeep. I'll put a little card for that video. But the amazing thing is literally about 15 steps outside my tent is the overlook. And they call it the Little Grand Canyon of Utah. It's a beautiful area, so I'll show you guys that in the morning, then we'll go on a hike. This is our first overnighter of 2022. Thanks for coming along. Quite a bit of ice on the inside flap of the vestibule. Got down to 11 last night, but I was warm as could be with that little buddy heater. I went through 2.5 bottles of propane though. Anyway, here's the tent right here. And then I did this last time I camped in here, but let me just show you how close this amazing view is to the Wedge. Boom. Well, look at that. That's awesome. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make some oatmeal or not before I pack everything away, and then we're going to start getting on our hike. I'm 2.5 miles into the hike, almost on the nose. I just looked at OnX, came across this survey marker, and there's another one up here. I don't usually see them that close together. I'm going to stop and have some lunch and then work back to the truck. I was just really hiking. I wasn't really shed hunting here. I mean, obviously I'm always trying to keep my eyes open, but there's not a lot of deer here. Yeah, there's another one. But there's another spot. Those mountains clear across on the other side of the red where I want to go up and shed hunt for a couple hours on the way home. So, but we'll find a little tree to kind of sit beside and cook us up some lunch and then start heading back to the truck. Still working our way back to the truck. We're going to drop down into this little yellow canyon here. Those rocks are pretty. I bet early in the morning when the sun's just coming up, that looks really cool. We'll show them again when I get a little closer. I think that that one goes all the way around. Oh, nope, it's not. It's an alcove, not an arch. I thought this little one right here had space behind it, but it doesn't. Now we're down in next to that yellow rock. I love walking these little washes. Cool stuff. Well, you can see we got a little more snow on this hike. A little bit different vegetation. Got these pinyon pines. A couple cedars, although right here it's mainly all pines. A few junipers. And obviously more snow, a little higher in elevation. Only got about an hour left before I need to get to the truck and start heading back home so I can spend some time with the family this evening. So we're just going to take about an hour, see if we get lucky and stumble across a shed. Well, that is Huntington Creek. So now you guys know that are familiar with the area, kind of know about where I am. Or at least you know which canyon I'm in. And I don't believe I'm going to be trying to cross that in the winter. So we'll just skirt it. I'm in a little patch of BLM land right here that's surrounded by a bunch of mining land, so I don't really have a big area to hike in, but we'll zigzag around in here and do the best we can. Beautiful creek though. Okay, everybody, we're going to wrap up this video with a channel shout out and then with the minute on the mountain. On my drive home, I stopped in Spanish Fork Canyon because there were deer everywhere. I probably saw 500 head of deer, but I was glassing and I saw two different bucks who were only packing antlers on one side, so they had shed one side and hadn't shed the other. Now they were on private land, so I couldn't shed hunt there anyway, but seeing those bucks starting to shed definitely gave me the itch to get some shed hunting in. I'm going to be going on a hike with Steve from Pax-a-Lot. I'm super excited. That's going to happen this coming Saturday. But then after that, my time outdoors will start to shift to more shed hunting. So looking forward to getting into it for 2022. I need to go online and take my shed hunting class. Basically, there's a certificate you have to get in Utah every year if you want to try and pick up antlers, I think before April 1st. So I'll work on that, get that done so I can get out and get in the mountain and do some shed hunting. The channel shout out I want to do is Max D Expeditions. I'm newer to his channel. He puts together some amazing videos. His editing skills, I think, are top notch. Great drone footage in his videos, a lot of cool scenery. So again, that's Max D Expeditions. I'll put a link in the description to his channel, so check them out when you get a chance. The minute on the mountain comes from Job. As I've mentioned in a previous video, we're doing a series on the Trinity at church, and one of the things we're stressing is that God is just so unlike us. He is so other than us. He's so set apart from us. That's really what holy means. We think of moral purity, but holy really means set apart. And as I was teaching last Sunday, I thought about an interaction in the book of Job that really hit me hard. It's Job chapter 40. This is after God has blasted Job really for like 2 chapters, saying, "Who are you to question me?" And then Job answers and he says, "I'm so insignificant. How can I answer you?" He says, "I placed my hand over my mouth. I spoke once and I will not reply, twice." But basically Job's like, "I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have questioned you, God." But God says, "Well, hold on, I'm not done. I'm going to question you and you're going to answer me like a man." And in chapter 40, verse 8, God says, "Would you really challenge my justice? Would you declare me guilty to justify yourself?" And I thought about several times in my life when I've not just questioned God, I've accused God. I've accused God of being unfair, or I've accused God of being unloving.
And here God says, would you really challenge my justice? Would you declare me guilty to justify yourself? See, sometimes when things aren't going right, sometimes when we don't understand it, we think that we're right and God is wrong, which is essentially saying that God is guilty and that we are just. And that's just not the case. God is a perfect, complete being. He is never wrong. Anytime someone is wrong, it's going to be you and me. It's going to be on our end. So again, that's Job chapter 40, verses 7 and 8. I love the whole book of Job. Now that's easy for me to say because I'm not Job. I didn't have to go it through, he did. But what I love about the book of Job is God is not apologetic in the least. It's not like God comes to Job and says, oh, you're right, Job. I'm sorry. I overstepped my bounds, or I shouldn't have done this. No, we have a God who never second guesses himself. We have a God who never makes mistakes because we serve a perfect God. And that actually gives me great comfort when things aren't going right. So anyway, that's the Man on the Mountain, Job chapter 40. Hope you guys will dig into it when you have some time. Thank you so much for all your support. We're going to be doing a giveaway on the next video. I'll get you the details about that coming up in the next video. We did go a little bit over 800 subscribers, and we've held there now for about a week. So we'll put that giveaway together, and looking forward to getting you guys the details on that. Thanks for coming. God bless you. Have a great week.